talked a lot about the we mindset that they have as a group, and I think that's going to be on display here for the Jazz in Summer League. They do share it as well as anybody, and they really play well together on both ends. So this should be an entertaining matchup.
Yeah, we'll get a chance to see some of the bright young stars in action. Again, Keelan Martin, one of the many college players you'll see on display here, who had a terrific career in the NCAA. He'll get the start for Utah. You won't see Grayson Allen. You will see that man in Kevin Knox. By the way, also, speaking of great college careers, Alonzo Trier,
yes,
a guy who certainly with Arizona had one of those as well. Get to see him. He's wearing 14 for the New York Knicks. Damian Dotson wearing 21. Also the starting lineup was at the back end of their rotation last year, played some minutes for the Knicks at the NBA level. Mitchell Robinson will take the jump against the former Tar Heel, Tony Bradley, who played well in the game that you and I did yesterday. And with that, we begin another game here at Cox. Summer League action. Kendrick Ray at the point. Frank Ntilikina defending. George Niang. Back the other way, looking inside to find Bradley, who works on Robinson underneath and in.
I'll tell you what, Bradley has really improved, becoming a little more polished. There was a terrific example of his footwork there. Did a good job of creating the space and able to finish before the shot blocker could contest.
Damian Dotson looking inside. Here's Ntilikina posting up. Gets around, looks down low off the slip, not able to find his man in Robinson. Niang kicks it the other way to Ray. Down low, easy bucket is good.
And you can see the pace that Utah plays with. They put a lot of pressure on your half-court defense. Everybody's in motion, everybody's in option, and so you've got to be alert and aware defensively.
Knox, the jumper, no good. He can do that. Nice touch on the jumper. He's got range and athleticism, which he showed off in his first Summer League action yesterday. Ntilikina working on Niang. Spin. One-handed and the fall.
I like that aggressiveness there. He had an opportunity at the three, which the high-level guards in our league, you get open rhythm threes in the half court. You look to take them, but able to get to where he's comfortable at this stage of his career, which is attacking the paint.
Keelan Martin, we mentioned him, a scorer in school. He has the ability to put in the basket. Played with his brother in college. Bradley not able to get that. Knox in transition. Finding Robinson, not able to put it home. Looking for the pretty alley-oop. Jazz will take it the other way. And a bucket off glass is good.
It's just way too easy from a defensive standpoint if you're the Knicks. And a nice attack there from Utah by Long, I'm sorry.
Ntilikina inside. Looking Robinson the stuff. Nice dish for Ntilikina.
Watching closely how Ntilikina, you're a second-year Summer League guy. Generally, those are guys you talked about yesterday. They play with the most confidence. You know, a full year in the NBA of growth, so he should be able to have an impact.
Bradley not able to put it home. Dotson will take it in transition. Knicks on the break. Damian Dotson stops, looking Knox other side. He's got Bradley on him. Mismatch. Knox takes advantage and the foul.
And that's what you love to see from Knox. Yeah, we know he can stretch it, but he's also got the ability to put the ball on the floor and attack the mismatch there with Bradley to force the foul.
We talked about this, all of the bigs that we see here. Nowadays at the NBA level as a big, you have to be prepared for those switches, and it's those guys who can at least handle it well enough or guard to an extent. That is a lot now of being a big at the NBA level.
Yeah, you've got to be able to play in space, offensively and defensively. That's what will get you the opportunity on the floor because of all the pick and roll and the three-point shooting. You're going to get matched up with quicker, smaller guys. You've got to be able to move your feet laterally and not get consistently broken down.
The guy who doesn't move his feet as quickly, slow-mo and Kyle Anderson, gets matched by the Spurs. Will stay there, GA. News out of the NBA, 4 years, $37 million.
Actually, I heard he wasn't.
They're declining to match,
excuse me,
is the news being passed along. Declining to match the 4 year, $37 million. Ray off glass, it's good.
How about the attack there? That's Utah doing a really good job early offense, early in transition, attacking before that size of Robinson in the half court can have an impact.
Knox inside off glass and another foul. Remember, Tony Bradley, who had a bunch yesterday, you can get 10 of these, so too early not going to hurt you, put you in a position where you're in some danger.
No, it won't hurt you individually, but if you keep fouling guys who are shooting, it's not going to help your team.
Welcoming the third member of our broadcast team, and Dennis Scott. 3D, what are you looking for from a guy like Anil Akina here as we head into year number 2 off of what you saw a year ago?
Just how much he's grown, guys, of being a good floor leader. I like his size, GA. His decision-making, has that gotten better? And you know guys from New York, they're ready and salivating to get back into prominence as a team, as a franchise. So if you're a Knicks fan, I like what I see so far early in this ball game.
Early going here in quarter number 1 at Cox. Jazz up by 1, 8-7 over the Knicks. Kendrick Ray off the switch, guarded by Kevin Knox. Finds Diamond Stone not able to put it home.
That's one of the best names in the NBA.
Ntilikina.
There you go, stuff like that.
That's it, Dizzy, right? He's got to be a high-level point guard in the NBA, you've got to be able to put pressure on teams with your ability to score. Opens up your ability to facilitate when you can force the help defensively.
And I think everybody understands as you look here at Ntilikina. We know 3D about the ability with the length defensively that we saw last year. You're looking for enough offensively from Ntilikina here in year 2.
Yeah, and that's to GA's point. When you look at our top 15, key number 15 point guards in the NBA, they know how to go get a bucket. Now the defense has to honor that. Now you become a better passer.
And that right there, he doesn't make it, but I like the confidence to take it because it was a good shot.
Keelan Martin for 3. It's no good. Knocks the rebound. Knicks lead by 1 under 6 to go here in quarter number 1. Again, 10-minute quarters here in NBA Summer League action. Knox behind the back. Mitchell Robinson underneath and off glass.
That was an incredible finish by Robinson to be able to make that play that far from the basket. But then Kevin Knox there running pick and rolls, delivering that pass on the money.
Kendrick Ray over a jumping Mitchell Robinson and off glass. Back and forth we go here in quarter number 1. Frank Ntilikina guarded by Ray. He falls down inside Mitchell Robinson to turn around and the touch for the big man.
And you know what? That's exactly. He does have a good touch around the basket. He's got a ways to go as a player, but he's got a skill set that I think works at this level. Impressive here early on.
Knicks up 3.
To enjoy Jack Daniel's honey, you don't have to be a whiskey drinker.
You don't have to know we've been doing this for over 150 years.
You don't have to visit Lynchburg either.
Or know the real story behind our number 7.
And you don't need to know that we use real honey from real bees.
Like I said, you don't have to be a whiskey drinker. You just need a friendly introduction.
I'm telling you, Mobile One annual protection protects any type of vehicle for 20,000 miles.
What about a sports car?
Yes.
Or a 4x4?
Yes.
What about an annoying car?
20,000 miles guaranteed. Mobile One annual protection.
This burger speaks American. 2 flame-grilled beef patties, melted American cheese, beer-flavored creamy tavern sauce, crispy onions, and crispy bacon. The king of burgers meets the king of beers. Introducing the American Brewhouse King, only at Burger King.
Amazon Prime Day starts July 16th. It's an epic day and a half of our best deals. From electronics, to fashion, to Amazon devices. Amazon Prime Day, July 16th through July 17th.
This is a payday bar, and there's only one thing you need to know about it. It has a truckload of peanuts surrounding sweet caramel. I mean, holy, look at all those peanuts. Best part is it helps you get through your day. Payday. Get to it.
Welcome back to Las Vegas, MGM Resorts Summer League. Grayson Allen, the 21st pick here for the Utah Jazz. You talked about it, guys, is not playing tonight. I had a chance to talk to him off camera before the game. Talked about his competitive spirit, how bad he wanted to play. But as we all know, Utah was one of the franchises that hosted one of the beginning of our summer league games. So they said the young man needs to sit down, GA, rest a little bit. They've been doing 2-a-days for the longest and then flew here right away and started playing. So you understand why he's resting tonight.
DZ, great point. And that's the thing that the fans don't get to see. These guys they don't just show up and play. They are putting in serious hours in terms of prep and work individually and collectively. So it's a lot of basketball. And they've been training hard up into the draft as well. So you mentally got to give that body and that mind a break.
Knicks up 3, about 4.5 to go in the first quarter. George Niang.
And the other thing about Grayson, guys, is he's been so impressive. You know, the overall basketball acumen, his playmaking ability. And I've been really probably most impressed with his rebounding. He's done a terrific job. He's got a knack for the basketball that as a guard is really, really important.
And one for Troy Williams.
That was a really nice, strong move there by Williams and an impressive finish.
Take a look at the play by Williams. You talk about Grayson Allen, too. We referenced this during the game yesterday. Average GA 7 assists plus in college. People don't talk about that vision. So good with the extra pass yesterday and helping to facilitate in the right spot.
And again, you know, you've heard the term the hockey assist.
Yes.
That's the thing. Those are guys, you know, you hear about great passing. He's a great ball mover, too. That's a skill of passing that's really important, and he's really good at that.
Diamond Stone over Daniel Ochefu, who is in the game for the Knicks at center. We're in number 27. Here's Ntilikina. Utah 7 of 10 from the floor. Lonzo Trier inside. Extra pass. Kevin Knox. No good from deep. Rebounder Ochefu. Knox cutting. Not able to find him. Started up with Ntilikina. Ochefu down low. Posting up on Stone. Kevin Knox. And a foul on Keelan Martin.
And that's another, again, already the third time Knox has gotten fouled and gotten to the free throw line. And that's a skill. You know, we talk about making your team better. One of the best ways to make your team better is get them in the penalty. Get on the free throw line. Allows you to set your defense. You keep the opposing team out of transition. I mean, and you get free points. So a lot of positives here early on from Knox, even though he hasn't made a field goal.
Number 17, Billy Garrett.
Knicks have been last, by the way, in free throw attempts the last couple of years in the NBA, not getting to the bucket, so he will help there. And part of that is not having point guards that can break down the defense getting to the bucket, which has been an issue. You look at Ntilikina and Moutier and Baker and some of the others they've had in that spot. By the way, GA, for Knicks fans watching, odd seeing anyone wearing number 20 after Allen Houston came over to the desk, who's here in the building. Said hello to you before we got underway.
Yeah, Allen's one of the classiest guys to ever play this game and one of the best Knicks to ever play as well.
Absolutely.
Terrific career. The last time of the glory days for the Knicks was when Allen Houston was wearing that uniform.
Lonzo Trier inside, off glass, no good. 3D Allen Houston, a guy who had that shooter's paradise touch I know you love. They cut Dennis again. They just don't want to.
I thought he's eating another Philly cheese.
I think Dennis just keeps eating so much they just don't want to turn his mic on anymore.
They don't want to hear him smacking.
Oh, you're a mess, Casey. But I do have something for you, though, Casey. Just stop letting people in Cox Pavilion because so many Knicks fans in here right now. So you look around, the building is filling up quickly for you new Knicks about.
Even after all the dismal years, one of the most loyal fan bases in the NBA.
Utah 3-ball, Trey Lewis.
Not sure I'm into that color choice necessarily.
You wouldn't wear the
like
orange?
that? You don't like the orange?
I'm still, yeah. I will tell you, I do like these summer league units, though.
Yeah.
Timeout on the floor.
I am into that. The Knicks up by 2 in the early going.
It's summer. It's summer. Summer is here! You can get it if you really want. You can get it if you really want. You can get it if you
the surest sign that summer has arrived. The summer can from Corona. Get it while you can.
Gatorade, with carbs to help fuel your muscles and help you make the leap to the next level. Studied, tested, proven. Nothing beats Gatorade.
I'm born and raised in Queens, New York. I've been living here all my life. I take pride in being a New Yorker. It has impacted the way I play the game. I never give up. I bring it every single night. There's not one possession that I take off in the game.
Charles just beasts it and finishes.
New Yorkers are there for you. New Yorkers are always going to stand behind you. That's really what connects me to the city.
Charles dials in from 3.
I'm here to work.
Summer League action continues tonight in Vegas on ESPN2 and the ESPN app. It is the Memphis Grizzlies against the Orlando Magic. And the Lakers, LeBron's Lakers, against the Chicago Bulls. All games streaming on the ESPN app. LeBron, rumor has it, not going to play at Summer League.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I don't know if those fans got the memo yet, but
not going to play at Summer League.
But he will be playing in the Winter League.
Tell you, last year at Summer League, Lonzo Ball and the Ball family were certainly the stars of the show. Troy Williams loses the ball. He'll recover. 10 to go in the shot clock. Williams finds Billy Garrett. Can't put it home. And the Jazz take it the other way down 2. Trey Lewis. Inside, Tony Bradley, the Tar Heel. Working on Ochefu. Back out to the corner. Zach Thomas, one-on-one, loses the ball, but recovered inside and home before the buzzer. Malcolm Hill.
Just being in the right place at the right time was Hill on that possession.
By the way, we referenced for the Knicks fans watching, Allen Houston, 4th all-time Knicks leading scorer, as you see the bucket no good, behind the 3 greatest in whatever order, and Patrick and Clyde and Willis Reed.
Yeah, that's a good list to be on.
I think Greg Anthony was 5th, but we didn't know.
We might have to put a 0 after that 5. Might be 2 zeros.
5-0. Bradley inside, working on the defense, not able to get it to go. Here's Garrett the other way. Carl Braun is 5th, by the way. The deep ball, Justin Harper. About an 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Knicks up 3, closing seconds of the first. Bradley, top of the key. Ooh, nice move inside. That's Jarius Lyles.
That was impressive. I mean, he has lightning quickness, the ability to stop on a dime and embarrass you.
Jarius Lyles, if the name sounds familiar, it should. He hit one of the biggest shots in the last year in basketball. It helped UMBC get to the tournament. He put 28 in the bucket when they beat Virginia, the 16 against the 1.
At Wingstop, we don't just make wings. We make wings worth obsessing over, because every order is made fresh. We don't start till you say go. Just like we've been doing for more than 20 years. We make it our way. And in doing so, make it irresistible. Wingstop, the wing experts. Try the Bringin' It Boneless Bundle, just $16.99 for a limited time.
Get up! This is where a kid fell down and a champion got out.
This is where shoes to fill became footsteps to follow.
The Golden State Warriors select Stephen Curry.
This is where ego was laid to rest and humility rose in its place. But my mind is where every challenge I've ever faced has been won or lost.
His is the oldest registered distillery in the United States. From a place where the water is cool, clean, and iron-free. Perfect for making Tennessee whiskey. Charcoal mellowed drop by drop for smooth sipping. Which is not the easy way. But it's his way.
Up by 124-23, which I guess I should say take that for first quarter data as we welcome in the coach of the New York Knicks, Dave Fizdale, kind enough to spend time with us. Fiz, let me first of all ask you, just you get the gig, you're excited about that, but how much now more so as you start to see the guys in uniform, you're getting to practice, or you're getting excited about the season?
Really, the more I get in the gym and I'm sweating with them and hitting with them and you know, seeing these guys grow every day, the excitement is just constantly growing. I really like our young kids. I think these guys got a chance to be really good basketball players.
You know, Fizz, first, congrats on getting the new gig.
Thanks,
you know, we are excited for you. I'm sure all the Knicks fans are. Talk a little bit about initially once you got there, and then how the conversations and what you preach to the young guys as you get ready to embark on this journey.
Well, you know, just the way we're going to carry ourselves every day. I just tried to put some basic guidelines and rules. We're going to respect each other. You know, where we treat each other with respect, we treat everyone that works under that roof with respect. We respect the process that we're trying to take place on, so we're not going to do anything that can hurt that. And just starting with that baseline of respect, I'm starting to see trust being built, and you know, these guys are starting to buy into, you know, the cliche word culture, but it really is. It's a way you do your things every single day without skipping steps and hitting the details.
You know, it's a great point. We had Rick Carlisle on in the first game, and he said, you know, because they've struggled the last game, he says, we're a championship organization.
Absolutely.
Even though we haven't been like that the last 2 years, that's still the approach we have. And so you're trying to bring that same mindset, having been a part of that in Miami.
Yeah, every day you're trying to instill championship habits. You know, Rick is right. They won it. Hell, I was on the other end of that, so I remember very well. And it doesn't matter where your team is at that moment. You know, you might be starting off with a young group. You may have a bunch of veterans. No matter who you have on your team, it's how you operate on a day-to-day basis. Are you acting like a champion? And that's really what I'm trying to put in these kids.
Coach, we saw Kevin Knox showing off the athleticism yesterday. We know he can shoot the ball. I know how much, in watching even talk about this roster, you like the versatility of it. Talk about how Knox fits into that.
I mean, I could play him at any place on the floor, I felt like. And that's very rare where you could take an 18-year-old kid, you can let him handle, you can post him, you can play him at the elbow, you can swing it to him at the top of the floor. The kid just has so many different tools. I just really like the way that, you know, he approaches the game, and I think he's going to be a valuable player for us.
We'll take it to break, come back a little bit more with Coach Fizdale on the other side. Don't go anywhere.
This is a payday bar. It has a truckload of peanuts and a caramel core that gets the job done. It's 10.5 centimeters of awesome. Unless you get the king size, which is 14.7 centimeters of, oh yeah. Payday. Get to it.
So you think my kids are
gonna make some great memories here? Yes. Look at that play set.
Wow, it's like he knows.
Knows what you're thinking? Comes with the job.
Man, the only people that get me like this are my teammates. Hey guys. Yo, what up, Dan?
Hey, James.
Hey, Cole. Nice shorts.
Thanks, man.
Chris, I figured out what...
Yeah, those shorts are nice.
The State Farm red really complements my skin tone.
I thought that was Rockets red.
Why can't it be both?
I'll just do it.
When you come to Las Vegas, you need to pack two different types of outfits. Something to show you're ballin' and something to play ballin'. Watch the next wave of NBA stars strut their stuff in Vegas.
I want to leave my mark on Las Vegas Summer League. I've always performed better when the lights are brighter. I just want to leave my impact.
Fans will walk away thinking he's going to be the new face of the NBA.
Watch them ball in the MGM Resorts NBA Summer League 2018. Coverage continues on NBA TV.
We continue our coverage here from Cox Pavilion. First half action between the Knicks and the Utah Jazz, joined by the head man of the New York Knickerbockers in Dave Fizdale. Fidge, we're talking about your roster. We get to see Frank Ntilikina. What did you see from across the way, from his development, and how about conversations with him so far?
Well, you know, obviously, we're trying to still develop all of his skill sets. You know, the kid is 19. You know, he's very unselfish. He defends his tail off. You know, right now, our biggest thing is just getting him to look to score more, just be a more aggressive player. Doesn't mean you got to get up a ton of more shots, but it does, you know, set the mindset of how you're going to attack the game. And I like the way he started this game.
Yeah, he looked good early on. You know, the facilitating is there. Obviously, you talked about the D, and I know you had a similar dynamic with Mike Conley. I remember we had a conversation. You said, you know, in training camp, I was trying to get Mike to look for that three and transition more, because that's the evolution of the game. Do you sense that that could become a part of his game moving forward?
I do, but I think it's going to be a different way that he gets threes. I don't see him being a guy that's just coming down, raising up on the break. But I just see him much more as a spot three-point shooter and a big that can get downhill.
We just saw Mitchell Robinson on the dunk. Got to ask you about him. I know the club very excited in signing him. Talk about just the untapped resource and the raw talent for those who haven't seen Robinson play outside of this first half.
Man, I think people thought I was lying when I said what type of athlete he is. I mean, this kid, he can go to the moon. And, you know, as we build his conditioning and his strength after a year away from playing basketball, you know, I think this kid's got something. And, you know, when you look at the guys like Gobert, you know, Capella, you know, these real athletic rollers that can protect the rim, that can switch late pick and rolls, put pressure on the lob. He falls into that category.
Yeah, you made a point. I was thinking the same thing. His conditioning is a ways away.
Yep.
Having been away from the game, and that's something that people don't understand. Like, he's probably had adrenaline in his body in over a year.
Exactly.
You know, so you think you're in decent shape, but until you get some adrenaline and get going, it can be a challenge.
Yeah, this is all new to him. And, you know, the way he's approached it has been great. You think this kid had been through some of this stuff already. You know, I never had an issue with him being on time. I never had to tell him to play harder. You know, you tell him something once, he picks it up right away. So, you know, for a young kid to not get any coaching for a year from the standpoint of 5-on-5, you know, I'm really happy with where he's at.
Coach 3D was telling us before they closed the doors here at Cox Pavilion because so many Knicks fans were coming in that they didn't allow anybody else in the building. GA can speak to this as a player. He knows this. There's just a different world in there at that world's most famous arena. How excited are you by the challenge of giving those fans a winner?
Well, that was the main reason why I wanted to be there. You know, the Knicks aren't an average organization. The Knicks just isn't anybody. The Knicks are a big chunk of history. And when I knew I had the opportunity to lead the organization from the coaching seat, I just couldn't see a way of passing that up. I just thought it was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I'm the type of person that swings for the fences, and the Knicks is definitely, you know, one of those swings. And I think, you know, if we get the thing built right from the ground up and get into free agency next summer with some cap room, I think we can end up putting something together really nice.
Now what's the philosophy going to be with Porzingis? I mean, I've heard talk that, you know, well, he did not play at all this year, but is that a part of the process? Are you involved with that, or what?
You know, right now we're just taking it day by day with him. We don't know exactly how we're approaching that. His health is our #1 concern. You know, if he's back sooner, then that's great. You know, if for some reason it stretches out longer, then we'll deal with that too. But I'm just happy I got a 7'3" unicorn. And when I get him back, I'll be really happy to have him.
Good to see George Niang okay, by the way, also after that collision with Mitchell Robinson. I got to ask you, because it was, you mentioned being with the Heat 8 years ago today. LeBron made that decision. You know him well. What did you think of the decision to go to L.A.?
If he's happy, I'm happy. And, you know, he's obviously like family to me. And, you know, I think he made this decision a lot more based on the right things, which is his family, the happiness of his wife and kids. You know, his kids now get to go to the school that they really wanted to go to. And, you know, it fits. Another storied organization, another, you know, megastar, and he fits L.A. So I think it's going to be fun drama to see coming up this year.
And you talked about being family. You're a young coach still, but you were a really young coach when he first came there.
Yeah.
What are some of the things you learned from having the opportunity? Because in coaches do learn from great players. What are some of the things you are able to take away from that relationship that you feel will help you and has helped you in your coaching career?
You know, earning trust. You know, you don't just walk in the gym and get their respect and their trust. And guys like him and Dwayne and Chris, you know, the Ray Allens, the Shane Battiers, you're talking about Hall of Famers. You got to earn their trust. And I just felt like if I go through that process with every player I coach and give them that respect to try to earn their trust, then that's going to help me along the way. And I learned that from those guys, and I took that with me.
Also opens up the East.
Yes, sir.
Right? Do you look at it? I'm sure I know you love LeBron, but I'm sure you're okay to love him from afar.
You love him more from afar.
Yeah, me, Dwayne Casey, all of us, we all smiling. Brad Stevens, we all happy. Don't you think for 1 second we not all happy? No, man, I'm happy for him, though. It's going to be a good situation for him.
You know, we talked about Ntilikina a little bit, but you've got a couple other guys at that point guard position, Trey Burke and Emmanuel Mudiay. I mean, it's great to have the competition from a coaching standpoint, but how do you see that evolving? And what's your thoughts on that position?
I'm going to let them fight it out for who starts, but I see all of them serving a purpose in the way that I like to play. I like playmakers. I like speed. You know, Trey is a big-time playmaker and scorer from that point guard spot. Emmanuel's a power guard. And Frank can just guard multiple positions. So they all bring something a little different to the table. And I feel like I can play a couple of them together at a time. So as it comes to starting, though, I'm going to make all these guys have to battle it out. I think that's going to help us, you know, in the long run, that everybody had to earn their spot.
Well, listen, Coach, we appreciate a few minutes. Congrats again. So happy to see you with New York, and best of luck here as the summer closes out.
Thanks for having me, guys.
All right, there he is, David Fizdale joining us. As Frank Ntilikina, right on time, takes a jumper. And we get a break at 3:42, 38-34. Jazz on top by 4 over the New York Knicks. Our thanks to Coach Fizdale for joining us here for a few minutes as he gets ready to embark on what certainly will be a journey and a challenge, but I know he'll be welcomed in, and rightfully so, as we welcome in back in a third member of our broadcast team, Dennis Scott. DZ, could you get a better match than New York and Fizz? You know you got to find a guy who's ready for that mentality. You're going to need to deal with everything you got to deal with there, and he certainly has the toughness to do it.
Oh, Casey, you hit it right on the head. Fizdale, when asked the question about what you learn from superstars, how you handle, you know, your team, changing culture, making guys compete for a starting job, New York Knicks fans have to be excited that they have the right guy at the helm to try to change things and get back to winning ways.
Knicks down 2, meanwhile. About 3:40 to go. Nice underneath move, but George Yang, good to just see him be healthy, by the way, after getting knocked over, pummeled seemingly by Robinson. Turnaround from Ntilikina is good.
Yeah, that's a really good sign there. And, you know, back to what Dennis was saying about Fizz, you have to have a presence about you and a personality to be a coach in that market. And he checks all those boxes, you know, and he also embraces it. You know, not everybody is built to play or coach in New York City, and I think he's got the makeup and the moxie to be really successful.
Moxie there from Yang on the block on Kevin Knox. We're going the other way. Jazz on the break with numbers. Good work from Knox getting back on defense. Gets in the way of the traffic. Damian Dotson, extra pass. And the bucket no good. Rebound goes to Utah. You know, you don't want to speak for an organization. Obviously, Memphis could do what they want. But, Dennis, let's be fair. Hard to believe, whether it was Marc Gasol or whoever, as you see the shot from Niang, that Coach Fizdale could have been the problem in Memphis. One issue is another's game. He and the Knicks down by 7. 2.5 to go in the half.
Say goodbye to the one-size-fits-all family unlimited plan. Starting now, everyone gets the plan they want without paying for things they don't want. Mom gets the unlimited she needs, Dad gets the unlimited he needs, the kids get the unlimited they need. It's big news from Verizon.
Wow. All this for us.
Yeah, and every other family in America. I think the Kowalskis are next.
One family, different unlimited plans, starting at $40 per line. Switch now and get $300 off our best phones, all on the network you deserve.
Before there could be a nation, there had to be people willing to fight for it, to take on the world's greatest challenges, whatever they might be. So the U.S. Army masters not only tactics and strategy, but also physics and chemistry. We make battle plans and create breakthroughs in medicine, science, and engineering. Our next mission could be anything, so we prepare for everything.
Hi.
How was your day?
It's good, it's long.
Let's fix it. Play Connection by One Republic.
These days my waves get lost in the ocean. 7 billion swimmers, man, I'm going through the motions. Set up a flare, I need love and devotion. Trade it for some faces that I'll never know, notion. Can I get a connection? Can I get a connection? Can I get a connection? Can I get a connection?
Largest lead of the half, it's 7. The Jazz 45, Knicks 38. About 2.5 to go. Kevin Knox will bring it in for the Knicks. Interesting listening to Coach Fizdale, GA, talk about the guard play and the opportunities that are abound for Ntilikina and Burke. As you see the turnover leading to Niang, not once but twice. Rebound and back out for Utah. Trey Lewis, Niang. Pass to Diamond Stone. Lewis on the cut and the foul on Robinson.
I tell you what.
Talking about all the defense, the different guards they have, but maybe Ntilikina's advantage that he can guard 2 positions.
Yeah, he can, but ultimately, to be a high-level point guard, you've got to be a threat offensively. And Dennis talked about it. I mean, if you look at the top 15 guys at that position, in essence, I mean, there's always an outlier, but for the most part, those guys are all a focal point of the opposing team's defense. Like, you've got to be able to contain those guys, and he's got a ways to go on that. I really get a sense that he's still probably a year away from having the confidence that he can score consistently at this level. But with the work ethic and the coaching staff in place, I think that is a possibility if he continues to work.
And Trey Burke, by the way, a guy who, Dennis, I know a lot of people around Washington thought that was the end. Things did look bleak, couldn't get any minutes, fell out of the rotation, gets in there for the Knicks, earned starting play towards the end of the season. It was brilliant from a scoring standpoint as you see Ntilikina miss the 3. Burke, who's been around a while out of Michigan.
And, you know, the other thing that happened for Burke coming here with the Knicks, as you see Georgia's knocking down that triple, is he got confidence because when he was at practice with the Knicks, he's like, I can play with, I can do things these guys can't, you know, and that gives you as a player confidence when you go out there. You know, he did things that they needed from that position, and he did them effectively.
Knocks the jumper, no good. Nice look, though, from Dotson off the screen. Jazz the other way. Utah on a 9-0 run. Keelan Martin from deep, no good. Rebound Knox. Knicks in transition, just over a minute to go here in the first half.
You know, in Utah, they've done such a good job with their ball movement. Ntilikina with the opportunity, you like to see that. You remember when Fizz said, we were talking about his three-point shooting? Those are the kind of threes he can start to make. Off of rhythm, off of passes, off of rotations in the half court.
Rhythm 3 off an extra pass, no good, over the backboard. And the Knicks will take it under a minute to go.
And how good has Utah shot the basketball here tonight? I mean, they were over 60% coming out of that last time out, or right at 60 now. And a lot of it is not because they've got individual guys that are hurting you. It's their offensive execution. It's creating a lot of good looks and rhythm.
22 of 37 from the field. By the way, Trey Burke, 21 minutes a game for the Knicks, averaged almost 13 points a game during his time in New York. Ntilikina, the spin, and a nice follow with the floater.
And those are the kind of possessions you need from time to time from your point guard. Sometimes you just need somebody to go get me one. And that was an example of it by Ntilikina on that possession.
13 now, GA, in the first half for Ntilikina. Trey Lewis, up switch. Jazz to the hole, Ntilikina. Bump, no foul, but a bucket. 10 seconds, last shot opportunity here for the Knicks. Garrett, turnaround, can't find anybody. Gets it off in time. It's no good. And so the Jazz shoot 60% from the floor and lead by 8, 51-43 over the New York Knicks as action in Summer League rolls on.
YouTube TV, cable-free live TV is here. Try it free.
Get ready for an all-new Auto Trader. Search with all-new speed. Shop with all-new control. Now with the power of Kelley Blue Book Price Advisor on Auto Trader, so you'll know the price is fair. Supercharge your search and find your next car faster than ever. Shop all the cars like never before with the all-new Auto Trader.
I use my new steel building as a workshop and a garage, and I love it.
And now you can get the steel building you've always wanted and save big. For a limited time, Future Steel, the world's leader in steel buildings, is selling off selected models at rock-bottom prices. Save $400, $900, $1,600, up to $2,000 on selected models during this limited time inventory sell-off. Simply call the number on your screen or visit us online for a free brochure and list of sell-off buildings. Call right now.
We know baseball is your thing, so get more all season long with MLB Extra Innings on DirecTV. That's more for your never miss a moment of the action thing. Your watch your favorite teams and players no matter where you live thing. And your live game streaming on your favorite devices with MLB.tv included thing. Because bringing you every milestone and miracle on the screen of your choice, that's our thing. Order MLB Extra Innings on DirecTV.
Copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
Welcome back to Las Vegas, MGM Resorts Summer League. We're here with Dennis Lindsey, General Manager of the Utah Jazz. I'm going to call this the Dennis and Dennis Show.
I always wanted to tell you I admired your name. I love it. Your mom must be a great person.
She really is, that fact. Well, I appreciate you spending a little time with me. Let's get right to it. Yeah. I'm going to start with Derek Favors, my Georgia Tech guy. How big was it to get him back in the organization?
It was huge. It was huge. With no Derek Favors, we don't hit the second round of the playoffs the last two seasons. Keeps our defense. Derek did an unbelievable job with his body. Dennis, he moved from 274 2 seasons ago to 255, had a career high with 165 dunks. Prior to last season, his career high in dunks when he was young and athletic and healthy was 105. So the he and Rudy can't function thing is a misnomer. It's inaccurate. We feel really good about those guys in combination. He and Ricky and Rudy in particular needed to just get to know each other last year.
Let's talk about Ricky for a second, because before the injury, we all knew when he's on the floor, things flow and move better, and the offense seems to click.
It's interesting because I said this early on, and we needed Ricky Rubio probably more so than any other team he's ever been on in Minnesota and Barcelona, even with the Spanish national team. And in an odd way, he became a little bit of a scorer for us when Donovan was playmaking and they could play off each other. And he's a serious competitor. He allowed us to be the best defense in the league the last 38 games of the season. So we feel really good about Ricky and even improving upon what he did last year.
As you try to keep that core together, you bring Exum back and NATO back. So how big is that to have 4 guards you know you can depend on?
Well, as much as anything, Dennis, and you'll appreciate this, if you defend, you have a chance to stay. We have to do it with defense. We have to do it with development. We have to do it with unselfishness. So if you want to be part of the Jazz, it's non-negotiable. You got to guard. And so everybody that we brought back are really good individual defenders.
I saved the best for last.
Okay.
When you knew you were getting Donovan Mitchell, you knew he was going to be this good?
No.
Tell the truth, Dennis.
Hey, we, look, we thought in time with his character, his athleticism, his tools, his work ethic, his love for the game, but he far surpassed our expectations. He it was almost like the stars aligning. He met a team that was ready to win, a team that could defend. We just needed to fill in that offensive void when Gordon left, and so it was great for him. It was great for us, and we really look forward to helping him get better over the years.
In draft night, to see him and Donovan Mitchell and Grayson Allen connect like that, how did that make you feel as a GM that you pick someone that your star player likes and they hit it off right away?
Well, that always helps, as you know. You're in Orlando. I'm sure Shaq had a little bit of a group. But seriously, Donovan and Grayson had CAA as their agency. Donovan got a chance to see him work even behind the pro day, and so when that selection came up, we had talked to a few of our guys and we told them the rationale why, and Donovan had some inside knowledge, and we feel really good about Grayson and where he's going to go with us. And he can dribble, pass, and shoot. He's a smart player. He's a tough player, and he's a smart player, so that really fits Jazz DNA.
Appreciate you.
Okay, man.
All right, Dennis Lindsey, general manager, Utah Jazz. They're on the uprise. We'll be back for the second half of the NBA Summer League.
This burger speaks American. 2 flame grilled beef patties, melted American cheese, beer-flavored creamy tavern sauce, crispy onions, and crispy bacon. The king of burgers meets the king of beers. Introducing the American Brewhouse King, only at Burger King.
Hey, Chris, how's the move going? I get it. New house, new truck, but it looks like you can use a breather. Let's roll. I can change it.
You cool? You like it?
I never wanna hear you say that, hey, you guys need help?
No, we're good.
Ain't nothing but a heartache.
Tell me why. Ain't nothing but a mistake.
Gatorade. With electrolytes to help you rehydrate so you can keep sweating. Studied, tested, proven. Nothing beats Gatorade.
It's the most dangerous motorcycle jump ever attempted. Evel Knievel tried it and failed. Tonight, live from Las Vegas, Travis Pastrana will risk it all with the most dangerous jumps of his life. Evo Live, the 3-hour event, kicks off Car Week tonight at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific on History.
Hey, listen up. We're Hims. And we help you stay looking like this, not like this. Most guys start losing their hair by 35, but thanks to science, baldness can be optional. And so are other man issues. We deliver products directly to you at home. It's easier to take care of yourself than fix it later. Try it out at 4hims.com.
Coverage of the 2018 MGM Resorts Summer League continues tonight on NBA TV.
Good first half for the Utah Jazz, an 8-point lead over the New York Knicks, 43, as we continue our coverage of the MGM Resorts NBA Summer League 2018 at Cox Pavilion. Preliminary round action, third quarter about to get underway. And the numbers from a shooting side, as we mentioned a lot in the second quarter, highly towards Utah, who shot the ball real well.
Yeah, they did. I mean, they dominated the paint, plus 14 on the interior, and they defended, as you see, the 3-ball really well in that first half. And so that's the reason you see them right now in control.
George Niang, by the way, what a half for him. Got hit in the face on a Mitchell Robinson knee, it looked like, and also put in 12, 5 of 7 from the floor. Earning his Jazz stripes. Dotson. Alonzo Trier, the Wildcat.
Alonzo Trier, strong and athletic, and that's really his game, attacking at the rim.
Quite a team, of course, with DeAndre Ayton and those folks. Don't tell that to the University of Buffalo that knocked him out in the first round. More tourney info for you. Tony Bradley a one.
Strong move by Tony Bradley there. Just physically has a huge strength advantage over Mitchell Robinson there and able to take advantage.
Now, GA, were you a Sister Jean supporter during the tournament?
I just thought it was a great story, and to see, you know, that's one of the things about March Madness that creates so much excitement is you have so many incredible stories. You know, you think about what that group was able to do. You go back, think of Butler going and playing for 2 national championships, George Mason knocking off a 1-seed at UConn to get to a Final Four. Those kinds of stories make the tournament so compelling.
UMBC, by the way, part of that.
Yes.
And we saw Jarius Lyles, who's on this Utah team earlier in the first half, to see him again later at some point. He put in 7, 3 of 6 from the floor. Again, he had 28 against Virginia in that win. It was 132-0 until then.
And you also, we got to see Kevin Knox finally knock down a 3-pointer. And Tony Bradley right now looking like an all-star down low against Mitchell Robinson. Using that size, that's one thing you have to do to negate shot blocking. When you can not allow a shot blocker to gather and contest because of your strength, and that's what Bradley's able to do, you can really deem him a non-factor. And that's what Bradley's doing.
Mitchell Robinson, 4 of the Knicks' 5 fouls to this point. And you were mentioning with Coach Fizdale, and those at home can see this when we show shots of Robinson. Nice floater there and a touch from Ntilikina, who has 15. But you can see the huffing and the puffing after a few minutes from Robinson. You can tell he's trying to get that body in.
Yeah, it's going to take some time, and it's not a matter of a guy who hasn't been working out. He's been working out. He just has not had the opportunity to be in this environment and to have adrenaline flowing through his body and then doing it, you know, day after day, 2 a days, all those things. It's going to take him some while, but the raw talent, no doubt, on display.
Shot no good by the Knicks similarly, and that was from Dotson. Talking to baseball players the last 15 years, they always say simulated in the cage. You can't simulate a baseball game. Another Bradley bucket. You can't simulate, right, the game speed in the action at NBA level.
No, and you know, what's going through your body in terms of the energy. And Kevin Knox looking like a little bit of a different player from beyond here with back-to-back triples.
It's Kevin Knox against Tony Bradley right now here in this third quarter. Knox, by the way, a couple of triples already in the early going of the second half. George Niang guarded by Ntilikina. Inside, Bradley over Robinson again. Tony Bradley all 10 of the Jazz points in the quarter.
And the inexperience right now from Mitchell Robinson, he's losing the battle of position. And so a lot of times defensively, defense doesn't start when the opponent catches it. You don't want to allow him to catch it in a comfort zone. And right now, that's what Tony Bradley has been able to do consistently in this second half.
Knox looking to take Niang off the dribble, one-handed off the back of the rim, and Ray will take it the other way in transition on the break. Dotson, good pick up D in the corner, and Niang will start it over again. Jazz up 8, just under 7 to go here in quarter number 3. Nesmith True long. Pass Knox, knocked away by Robinson, and a foul.
New York foul.
Robinson and Bradley in the middle battling for position.
Look at the position. Well, Robinson's not battling. That's part of the problem. Bradley establishing point-blank range, and at this level, if you get it there, you're going to score pretty consistently.
Mitchell Robinson's 5th foul. He's only halfway there. You get 10, but he'll sit out. Daniel Ochefu will come into the game. He played about 7 minutes in the first half, put up 2 points. Frank Ntilikina needs the Knicks with 15. Tony Bradley has 16 for the Utah Jazz. Ntilikina finds Knox, top of the key. Through the defense and the stuff. Kevin Knox.
And you know what was most impressive about that? His first step. My goodness. I mean, he looked like he had like point guard, 2-guard speed with that first step to get by the defender. And he's starting to feel it right now.
Went for the three, a little bit of a heat check right there, Greg Anthony.
You're exactly right, Parker.
DZ, you know all about those heat checks from Shooter's Paradise. How do you think of Knox here in the second half?
Well, He's already checked in early. Before I tell my age, he has red shoes on right now. He's on fire.
Little NBA Jam style,
Yes,
Damian
sir.
Dotson.
Yes, sir.
I was always a fan of Kevin Johnson and Charles Barkley in that game.
I mean, so you need to come on up with that 2K play.
No, I am now.
Oh,
I wasn't
okay.
back in the day.
I was having a flashback.
Well, it was always interesting because the Knicks would be Charles Oakley and Patrick Ewing. I'm like, what, they don't like the guards?
Right.
Come on. No offense to Oak.
Well, it was
I don't
the
wanna
era,
upset
too,
him.
because that was the style back in that era.
Yang looking for the alley-oop to Bradley. Can't find it. Nitru Long. Inside. Nice move off glass. Knocks the rebound. Kevin Knox doing everything here in quarter number 3. Knicks still down 8, though. Ntilikina, who's got 15. Nice move and a jumper. No good, but you like the confidence there.
You know what? I do like the confidence, but he had Kevin Knox with a mismatch with Tony Bradley on the trail and didn't see it. And again, I don't want him not to be aggressive, but you want to be aggressive when it calls for it.
Nitru Long, corner. Yang off glass and good on the reverse. So the Jazz have a double-digit lead, 67-57. But all the talk again here in Summer League on day 3 about the athleticism of Kevin Knox to the hole and quickly through the rack.
Amazon Prime Day starts July 16th. It's an epic day and a half of our best deals. From electronics to fashion to Amazon devices. Amazon Prime Day, July 16th through July 17th.
What do you pair with a decadent triple melt burrito loaded with seasoned beef and 3 melty cheeses? From the mountainous Dew region, a late harvest Baja Blast. The triple melt burrito and medium drink. Taco Bell's new $2 duo.
From the time I was like 9 years old until I was probably 14, the majority of that time was spent in an orthodontist office, which is the most awkward point of anyone's life to begin with. I was right out of college and I was starting job interviews and meeting a bunch of new people, and I already noticed that my teeth were starting to shift. My parents spent all that money and it was kind of all for a waste. So when I heard of Smile Direct, I was so excited.
At Smile Direct Club, we believe everyone deserves a smile they'll love. That's why for 60% less than braces, we send invisible aligners directly to you. We straighten most smiles in an average of 6 months.
I was so excited to know that there was a company that was number 1, affordable, and number 2, so convenient. You don't have to go to an orthodontist every month. You can go into a Smile shop. They also have a kit that they can ship directly to your house. There's really no excuse to not try it.
Get your confidence back risk-free. Our Smile Guarantee ensures that if aligners aren't a good fit for you, you get your money back.
Having straight teeth is such a great feeling.
Get started at SmileDirectClub.com for as low as $80 a month.
Kevin Knox, the Knicks' first-round pick, showing off here in this game in the second half. We saw it from deep. And we've also seen the move to the rack and the stuff. Pretty impressive stuff from Knox, GA.
He really has an incredible skill set when you factor in his size. And I think he's got a chance to be a special player in this league.
Lonzo Trier, who we know could score the basketball, puts it in. Knicks down by 8. By the way, you watch the Kevin Knox slam dunk. Can you name the 2 slam dunk champions in Knicks history for that franchise?
Kenny Skywalker.
Yeah, Skywalker, that's right.
And Gerald Wilkins?
Nope.
Nope, I have no idea.
How about Nate 3 times over?
Oh, Nate, that's right. Nate did play for the Knicks. See, that one, you caught me there. You caught me with that one. That's right. He tricked you on that one. He tricked me. You know what? My mouth was open, dude.
By the way, 3D, we did have somebody as the Yang misses the jumper. Lewis with the rebound. We had somebody tweet into NBA TV saying that they just like watching your interviews so you can end them all with players only, baby. Do you have a Diamond Stone to the line? Do you have is there a Summer League only finish?
No, I'm still negotiating with the lawyers, so I
still
cannot use
working
it. Yeah, I'm still negotiating now.
Working on that.
You know, one of the things about when you watch this game in particular, the Knicks have more individual talent. But Utah, they have better basketball players. And their system, their ability to play without the basketball, their spacing, their cutting, their passing, the pace they're playing with, they put the Knicks in a lot of tough situations defensively. And really, it's an opportunity if you're the Knicks to learn. They've got to utilize that talent in this kind of a style. And if you can do that, you're going to have far more effectiveness out on the floor.
The only thing that is upsetting me is you see Stone hit the foul shot. Dennis, we don't see Grayson Allen. We also haven't seen Isaac Haas in this game getting a rest. I wanted the Haas against Diamond Stone matchup. We didn't get that.
You want to see some banging down low, huh?
I did. The names alone.
I tell you, he also gave the Knicks front line a rest.
Yes, he did.
Because you think Tony Bradley is giving you some business down low.
Oh.
Big Haas, he's a big problem.
Even on the bench, you could see as you look at him, it just looks like he's there with his kids. As you look at Grayson Allen,
right there he is, right next to Grayson.
See, it looks like Grayson.
That's a big man right
he
there.
brought his little brother Grayson to the game.
Mini-me.
It's amazing his size. There's Trier with the Haas 7'2", 290, at least listed as that.
He's at least that. You're right.
A large man, at least that. Purdue fans will be happy to know their finest performing well here. We saw Caleb Swanigan play extremely well yesterday.
Both those guys have been impressive here in Summer League.
Trey Lewis with the basketball, bringing it up 8. This is Jarius Lyles, the star of the UMBC team that shocked the world.
And you know, you see Ochefu in that possession. That was my point about playing. He played defense before Stone got it. Forced Stone out of his comfort zone and then gets the deflection.
Lewis finds Lyles. Niang in the corner, who's played very well today. Loses the ball there right on cue. Inside. Bucket no good. Rebound. Nice hustle, though, from Troy Williams. See under the basket, there is a Nick down. Justin Harper. Play is continuing, but Harper down on the ground. Now play comes to a stop, and they'll attend, I'm sure, to Harper. Trying to take a look at what happened to him here for the Knicks.
An awkward landing there, going after that offensive rebound.
First personal, second team.
Couldn't see if he stepped on someone's leg or he got caught with the knee.
Obviously, you push him the best. Take another look.
Yeah, it's an ankle. Oof.
Yeah, he said he felt something pop in his left ankle.
I hope the shoe came off, and that's not.
Knicks
my goodness.
Harper slowly off the floor. The Knicks down by 8.
Say goodbye to the one-size-fits-all family unlimited plan. Starting now, everyone gets the plan they want without paying for things they don't want. Mom gets the unlimited she needs, Dad gets the unlimited he needs, the kids get the unlimited they need. It's big news from Verizon.
Wow. All this for us.
Yeah, and every other family in America. I think the Kowalskis are next.
One family, different unlimited plans, starting at $40 per line. Switch now and get $300 off our best phones, all on the network you deserve.
I'm telling you, Mobile One annual protection protects any type of vehicle for 20,000 miles.
What about a sports car?
Yes.
Or a 4x4?
Yes.
What about an annoying car? 20,000 miles guaranteed. Mobile One annual protection.
Basketball has been a game changer for me.
It's helped me grow as a teammate and a leader.
By establishing standards for youth development, USA Basketball is making a difference for players of all ages.
Through education and training,
they're helping to make the game safer
and more fun. Make sure your child is taught the right way.
Ensure you're the best coach you can be.
To learn more, visit usab.com or download the USA Basketball mobile app.
The action continues all week in Las Vegas. Don't miss your chance to see tomorrow's stars today. MGM Resorts NBA Summer League action. Get tickets at NBAtickets.com. Knicks down by 8, just under 3 to go in the third. Garrett looking for Kevin Knox, who's had a big second half. Big defense from Diamond Stone.
That was an impressive play there by my new favorite name.
Sharp as a
Stone.
diamond. Were you a fan of romancing the stone back in the day?
That was a little better than that first try you had.
Yeah.
Sharp as a diamond, that one.
Well,
But I like the effort.
romancing the stone was.
No, I'll
was
give
good
you,
looking.
that one was better, but the sharp as a
Why,
diamond one.
shine bright like a diamond? Do you want that one instead?
That might have worked better for our audience. But it was still good stuff.
All right. 16. Troy Williams on the break. Off glass and good.
Yeah, there's something in the water on that end down there. There's a lot of
Get
people
that
hitting.
We got a
squeegee.
lot of stuff going on down here,
Get
guys.
that
Be careful.
squeegee.
Knocking over my girl, my
They're just-
camera girl here. Just keep knocking her over.
Notice, by the way, that all happened just to get 3D to stand up.
Yeah, she had to stand up, make sure my girl's okay over here.
DZ, that's the first time you've been up in 3 days.
Yeah,
Twice,
DZ,
Twice. My
I
bad,
mean,
my bad.
he's got a lazy boy over there. It's like George Costanza. Are you reaching underneath for a sandwich, DZ?
No, just snacks.
Okay. Hard fall. Down goes Trier.
It looks like everybody's okay over there. I don't know. She might have to go
See,
concussion
this is the
protocol.
MVP right here. The guy on the squeegee, that's
Yeah.
that MVP right there.
She might need to go into concussion protocol right now. I don't know. We might have to bring the trainers out. I'm just saying.
She looked like she was just responding to DZ's bad jokes.
Well, she said the first time she got knocked over, she thought she broke her nose. Knocked
Yeah.
off her glasses.
She is in a little pain. In a little bit of pain.
Trier, despite being undrafted, another one of these players, really good college career, played some big college games. Love to see what he could do, GA, if he can get some G League action and see if maybe he can surprise some people.
I do think, he's got the physical tools. His skill set's going to have to obviously improve. And to your point, Casey, the G League is really built for guys like Alonzo Trier.
Jarius Lyles, no dice. Mitchell Robinson thwarts that, and here's Trier to the basket over Stone, who came flying through, and the Knicks will try and reset. This time the jumper from Trier, no good. And another nearly hits
I
the
was about
deck.
to say, anybody else over there?
No, we're good on this
good one? Okay.
Yeah, look good on this one.
Apparently the court is tilted.
Yeah.
Knicks will inbound. Down by 4, we've got a close game here late in the third.
This has been a good window. First game was really competitive.
Yes.
This one is taking on the same kind of sequence.
Jazz bring it up in transition. Jarius Lyles looks inside the Diamond Stone. Mismatch against Knox. The dish. And a swat from Mitchell Robinson. That's his second block.
That was like a spike. And that's where, he can be effective as a help side shot blocker. Struggling right now with post defense, but he's, because of that length, going to be able to come over and provide some assistance defensively.
Here's a reference for you. Cuckoo-ca-choo, Mr. Robinson. Lead is 4.
I'm going to have to think about that one.
Hi.
How was your day?
It's good. It's long.
Let's fix it. Play Connection by One Republic.
These days my waves get lost in the ocean. 7 billion swimmers, man, I'm going through the motions. Set up a flare, I need love and devotion. Trade it for some faces that I'll never know. Notion. Can I get a connection? Can I get a connection? Can I get a connection? Can I get a connection?
The challenges facing the country never stop. So neither does the U.S. Army. We train, adapt, and get smarter. Every soldier, every unit, every day. Not to keep up with change, but to drive it. Nobody knows what problems tomorrow will bring, but we do know who will solve them.
Mitchell Robinson showing off the athleticism offensively and defensively, GA.
He really has. I tell you, I love his hands. He's got a real good feel. Those are tough catches to be able to catch, gather, and finish right there. And he does go after that backboard. And yeah, he's raw and physically he's got to get stronger and the conditioning has to come, but he's doing a lot of positives. If you're a Knicks fan, you got to be excited about the potential of that young man.
Greatest word in the English language might be opportunity, and there's certainly plenty of that, GA, coming up this season for these younger players. Jarius Lyles, nice move, but not able to finish it with the three. I'm telling you, that's squeegee on that side of the court. Here's Lyles. UMBC product. Sets it up for Utah.
So you keep saying, I'm telling you, Mitchell got a chance to get 10. I'm just saying.
Only 5 turnovers for New York. A lot of fouls there.
I'm not talking about points. I'm talking about fouls.
No, I know. He's already got 10 points. 6 fouls. Now, if he gets 10 fouls, is that considered a double-double?
Well, he could be getting triple-double, correct? Because he got points and rebounds.
He's got 8 rebounds.
Yeah, he might get a triple-double.
He could get a triple-double with fouls. Which would be a first maybe in history, considering you can only get, half of that. In the,
based on the Summer League, it might be about the 4th time that's happened in Summer League.
There's Kevin Knox. Inside one-handed, and again drawing a foul. You talked about this in the first half.
It's a talent. Great players live at the free throw line. You look at our league. Think of 3 or 4 of the top players. Harden lives at the line. Durant lives at the line. LeBron lives at the free throw line. And it's a huge luxury to have when your best players can put that kind of pressure on the defense.
James Harden lives at the free throw line.
31 back in for Utah.
I'll tell you what, 3D, you look for the great players. We were saying this year at day one when we saw Trayvon Duval, who played a big program, obviously drafted or not, had experience, showed off. Aaron Holiday. DZ Knox looks like he belongs and then some here in the game we've watched today with this group.
No question he belongs. We had to double check. He's still 18 years old, guys.
Isn't that amazing?
Unbelievable.
Youngest player in the draft.
Unbelievable. And Jay, you talked about it yesterday. These guys are coming to the league now 18 and 19 years old. And they deserve it. Yeah. He doesn't need to be in college right now. He needs to be in the man's game.
Listen, he's proven to you. I mean, you've got in Ntilikina an established NBA player. And to me, Knox is clearly the best talent on the floor.
I agree with that. And here he goes to the rack again. Floater no good. Rebound from Mitchell Robinson.
Down low.
That's a tall young man.
My goodness.
With athletic ability.
You think about it, in 2 years, when he develops more physically, the conditioning, and then also just the understanding of how to play at this level, man, he's got a chance to be really good.
George Niang, really good shot lead is 2, shutting down a 10-0 run by the Knicks, who will hold for the last shot of the quarter.
And Niang has played really well today. Nice bounce-back game for him.
Troy Williams, the jumper off glass is good. Lyles, last second. Robinson says no.
That's another block.
Another block. That's 3 of those. 12-2 run to close out the quarter for the Knicks. 71 all. We got a great finish here at Cox Pavilion. As we head to the 4th quarter, Kevin Knox and Mitchell Robinson getting the Knicks back.
At Wingstop, we don't just make wings. We make wings worth obsessing over. Because every order is made fresh. We don't start till you say go. Just like we've been doing for more than 20 years. We make it our way. And in doing so, make it irresistible. Wingstop, the wing experts. Try the Bringin' It Boneless Bundle. Just $16.99 for a limited time.
Say what, it's the boy Big Snoop D-O-double-G. And I got a very special message to the players. I want you all to go to forhims.com, the wellness brand for men. They got a one-stop shop for your hair, your skin, and even for your hello. Thanks to science, baldness can be optional. They got this $5 offer that hooks you up and comes right to your crib. Don't meet me there, beat me there. And head over to forhims.com. Peace, player. I see your hair growing already.
I use my new steel building as a workshop and a garage, and I love it.
And now you can get the steel building you've always wanted and save big. For a limited time, Future Steel, the world's leader in steel buildings, is selling off selected models at rock-bottom prices. Save $400, $900, $1,600, up to $2,000 on selected models during this limited time inventory sell-off. Simply call the number on your screen or visit us online for a free brochure and list of sell-off buildings. Call right now.
Here at Cox Pavilion, end of 3, 71 all between the Knicks and the Utah Jazz. Big third quarter for Kevin Knox and Mitchell Robinson. Here's Jarius Lyles finding Niang. Top of the key, the three is no good. Rebound going the other way. By the way, gentlemen, courtesy of producer extraordinaire over at the Garden Network, my former place of employment, James Questel, who sends this over. 2005, Channing Frye in Vegas, Summer League, rookie year, triple-double in points, rebounds, and fouls.
I told you, I had a feeling.
So, there you go.
Once they changed the rule and went to 10 fouls, it doesn't take long for the players to adjust and take advantage of the rule.
Channing Frye, when you're a veteran, you rack up a lot of statistics. There's one, DZ, we didn't know about.
No, I didn't know about that one, but Jay was right on. I knew somebody would take advantage of it.
Okay, that's 7. And that was a foul. Just got his hand caught in the cookie jar on that one. He's frustrated, but
New York foul number 26.
That's one of those KYP plays, DZ, where you just got to know your personnel, know what they're trying to do when you're defending them.
Diamond Stone.
Diamond Stone at the line. First shot is good. That'll give the Jazz the lead. There's a 12-2 run to close out the third quarter for the Knicks to get themselves even at 71. And Stone hits the second. We've also seen some good free throw shooting tonight compared to what we saw the first couple of days, so that's been positive. A lot of missed opportunities in the first couple of days of a rusty summer league. Barrett, extra pass. Knox thought about the three, goes to the bucket, creativity, but no good.
That was an impressive miss.
Nice active hands defensively by Troy Williams, getting in the way of that entry.
Yeah, and DZ plays like that. He missed that just because he doesn't have the strength yet to be able to make that play.
New York, number 27, Daniel Lopez.
Here's another look. Diamond Stone winning all alone, and here's Williams getting in the way. As impressive a miss on the other end you're going to get, though, there, 3D from Knox. Creativity. Pump fake on Niang, not taking the three, went to the bucket with the reverse almost.
Well, as he continues to understand the NBA game, some of those are going to be and ones, and some of those will be drop-off passes for teammates.
Kendrick Ray, Ochefu on the switch. He'll get back down to Stone, and Ray will set it up at the top of the key. 9 on the shot clock. Kendrick Ray to the corner. Step back jumper, no good. Rebound, Damian Dotson.
And, you know, you can tell this group from the Knicks at the end of the third and the start of this fourth, defensively, they've been much more active and physical, and they haven't allowed Utah to really rely on their offensive execution.
As Frank Ntilikina will come back and enter the game, be good to watch him again as we get into these learning experiences, going through the motions of late fourth quarters and all those sorts of things. And you know, 3D, to your point on the age, because guys get experience at the NBA level and we see them get minutes, we don't take into account enough, maybe because of the kind of teams they're on, that they get those minutes, and we forget about the age and that learning curve that needs to happen at the biggest of levels. And
that's why we marvel off the guys who come in so young and are successful so soon, because they're able to learn quickly. And then the quicker you learn, the faster your talent's being shown on this level.
Shooting 2 for the Knicks.
Damian Dotson at the line. He'll shoot 2. Knicks down 2. About 8.5 to go in the fourth. And misses the first.
Didn't you say something about the quality of the free throw shooting earlier? You jinxed him, man.
As somebody who was, as you know, covered baseball quite a long time, I have ruined many no-hitters according to Twitter and radio. So it's
a lot of friends.
You didn't know you had that much power, huh, Casey?
It is amazing how much power they think you have. They don't realize I would have had the Mets throw a no-hitter every night of my childhood if it was possible. Malcolm Hill the board.
I'm not going to blame the second one on you. Let me just
No, I know.
pitch you for the
Well,
first one.
GA is a Yankee fan, so, yeah.
Big Art
There's
foul,
that.
number 7, Daniel Chefu.
It's tough right now.
Yeah,
we're not very talented.
Rough sledding for you. I know. Somehow you're surviving.
Oh, to be a Mets fan.
Yep.
Yep. Gotta be beautiful.
Yep. Knicks, Islanders.
Oh, you love misery, don't you?
I do. That's why I'm in your company.
Jets too?
No.
Oh.
Not that.
Whoa.
I'm not that miserable. Lyles, the corner. Jumper from Hill is good.
Lyles, good job there. Attacking, forcing that defense to sink in and then finding him in rhythm.
Chefu. Looking for somebody to hand it off to. Eventually finds Paul Watson. Extra dish. Troy Williams inside with the flush.
That was really good basketball all the way around. And Chefu there with a great read. Understanding I'm not that skilled out here on the perimeter. Let me find somebody who is.
Williams with the big stuff. Knicks down 3. The Yankees played extremely well. To the hole, nice little touch floater, no good. Diamond Stone fights for it 3 times. It gets blocked by Ochefu.
Chefu's giving him some solid minutes here on both ends.
Ntilikina thinking about the offense. The turnaround jumper is good.
He's really smooth when he's committed and aggressive.
17 points and 6 assists for Frank Ntilikina. Solid outing from him. 7 to go in the 4th. Malcolm Hill hit a 3 just moments ago. Diamond Stone nearly loses it. Here's Jarius Lyles, 3 on the shot clock.
Gotta know the
Doesn't
shot
get it off
clock
the
there.
top.
Well, you know what? He didn't recognize that shot clock. He had a chance to get his shot up, went with one too many dribbles there, and ends in a turnover.
Knicks will take it out, down by 1. Their last lead was 30-29. Chance to take the lead here. Off the screen, Ntilikina. Here's Paul Watson. Recently entered into the game. Ntilikina, the 3 for the lead, no good.
That's another possession there. You had Ochefu down low with a point guard on him. You give him that opportunity. And you also reward the big guy because he's been working so hard, doing so many positive things out there on the floor.
Lonzo Trier on the break.
I have another concussion protocol over there, DB.
Yes, you do.
Oh, my goodness. My goodness.
That's 3 of them now.
I tell you what, she is right in the firing squad over there. Watch lower right here. We get an angle. It's just wipe out over there. Uh-oh. It's coming right at you, ladies and gentlemen.
She said she's okay.
Oh, my goodness.
That's a hockey player.
She got to have good insurance.
Yeah.
Got to.
Like a good neighbor. There's Alonzo Trier with the free throw.
Triple leads the 3-point play for the Knicks.
Knicks up 2, first lead since 30-29. 6+ to go. Kendrick Ray and the Jazz down 2. Jarius Lyles, good defense. Ochefu to the rack all by himself.
Oh, my goodness.
And pulled the Leon
Are you kidding me?
Oh,
It's the Leon Lett.
Oh, man.
Hold on, I'm just going to stand right here and block her.
Where is Don
I'm just going to
Beebe?
stand right here.
Oh, Leon Lett.
Make sure she all right, DZ. Make sure she all right.
I'm standing right here for the rest of the game.
Jillian over there.
No more camera
She
angles
is
over
battle
here.
tested.
That's Jillian.
Jillian is battle tested.
Say goodbye to the one-size-fits-all family unlimited plan. Starting now, everyone gets the plan they want without paying for things they don't want. Mom gets the unlimited she needs, Dad gets the unlimited he needs, the kids get the unlimited they need. It's big news from Verizon.
Wow. All this for us.
Yeah, and every other family in America. I think the Kowalskis are next.
One family, different unlimited plans, starting at $40 per line. Switch now and get $300 off our best phones, all on the network you deserve.
Gatorade. With carbs to help fuel your muscles and help you make the leap to the next level. Studied, tested, proven. Nothing beats Gatorade.
Find the remote yet?
Nah. Oh, honey, look, your old portable CD player.
Oh, wow.
Hey, my high school retainer.
Oh, don't.
What?
It's early 90s sitcom star Dave Coulier.
Cut it out. What year is it?
As long as stuff gets lost in the couch, you can count on Geico saving folks money. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Coming up on our coverage, Sacramento, the Kings against the Clippers. GA, 3D, and I will have that, the third of our trifecta tonight. Also streaming on the ESPN app as action in the Summer League 2018 in Vegas continues. Keelan Martin, the Butler product, finds Jarius Lyles. Lyles to the basket, off glass, over a Chafu. Nice.
Lyles came up limping a little bit there, but that was an impressive finish there out of the timeout.
Ntilikina to Knox, back on the floor for the Knicks. Knox off the screen, jumper, the touch is good.
You can just sense he's getting more and more comfortable. And like I said earlier, he's got the total package offensively.
19 for Knox. Nitru Long, corner. Malcolm Hill, no good. Chafu's played well despite the fumbleia before the break. Poor Jillian getting knocked over. Camera woman. Lonzo Trier loses it, regains, and the bucket is good. Gets a roll.
Good job there, just not rushing it was Trier, able to get the nice little touch there for the finish.
Trier at 15 yesterday in Summer League action. GA is 15 tonight.
Yeah, and he's done a good job defensively, and Stone unable to get that one. And this group collectively for the Knicks, much better defensively than what we saw in that first half.
Trier feeling it, misses it. And Nitru Long will take it for the Jazz. Lead is 4.5 to go. Knicks just recently took the advantage for the first time since early in the game. Knicks fans chanting defense. Building is full. Diamond Stone trying to show the touch and does.
Nice shot. Good job of freezing Shefu there. Able to just rise up and be free.
14 for the Stone.
Deezy, shooter's paradise on that. What you think?
Leave it.
14 carats, if you will, by the way. Nitru Long on the break. Looks Malcolm Hill with the stop. And we're locked up at 82 with under 4 to go in the fourth.
Nice response here from Utah with their defense. Able to get an easy one there in transition.
Ntilikina will bring it up for the Knicks. Get another look here on the break. Ntilikina. It's no good.
And that one I like, though. That was a rhythm three. Set up out of the offensive execution. Just couldn't get it to go down.
Diamond Stone hands it off to Nitru Long. Guarded by Ntilikina. Good defense. Dotson gets in the way in the lane. Looking for Knox. Great defense, Nitru Long. But eventually Dotson recovers and he'll get fouled.
You talked about the great defense by Long. How about the incredible effort by Kevin Knox, not giving up on the play. Got possession back and creates the opportunity there for Dotson to get to the line.
Thing about Knox, too, with his age is 3D. We saw Anthony Simons yesterday, who looked like he's 12, and he's about the same. You could tell, even though the age was about the same, the body just not nearly ready. Knox looks like, I mean, his body, he's not afraid to get in there and bang a little bit and get on the floor.
Super impressed with the night, guys. Yeah, you talked about it earlier. Getting to the free throw line, finding sweet spots. That last pick and roll, he comes off, get to the free throw line, squares up and knocks it down. It lets you know he understands what he's doing.
That's a great point. He's, and what's impressive too, DZ, because, you know, at this stage, and you were a great shooter scorer, you don't have sweet spots right now, right? Because you really don't think that way. You just think you're going to score wherever you get it. as he develops and understands where he wants to get on the floor, man, with his skill, he's going to be a problem.
Jarius Lyles finds Caleb Martin for three.
Man, this is a fun game. Back and forth, momentum swings, great repeated efforts on both ends.
Ntilikina inside, finds Mitchell Robinson, loses the ball though. Stone will help the Jazz get it the other way.
All right, well, still a really nice pass there by Ntilikina. Robinson actually did a great job of catching it, but credit the Jazz with the quick hands to force the turnover.
By the way, Greg on Twitter tweets into NBA TV, Jillian is awesome. So Jillian, do not think that you're going unnoticed. Jarius Lyles.
He's awesome too.
Yes.
That was another impressive finish through the contact there by the young fella.
UMBC, the Retrievers.
Remember, they knocked off that 1 seed.
That's right.
Virginia, and he was clearly the best player on the floor.
28 points in that game, hit a buzzer beater in their conference tournament to get to the NCAA.
We got you,
Jillian, take a
we got you. We got you, boo. We got you, boo.
Yeah,
Timeout on the floor.
When you're America's best value, you don't need a whole lot of hoopla. What you need is a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. And an IIHS Top Safety Pick Award. When you've got all that, who needs balloons?
During Kia's America's Best Value 4th of July event, get 0% APR for 66 months plus $1,500 summer bonus cash on select models.
Is this AT&T Innovations?
Yeah, wow. This must be for one of our new unlimited wireless plans. Comes with a ton of entertainment options.
Great. Can you sign for this?
Yeah. Hey, what's in that one?
That's a shark.
New and only with AT&T, you can get unlimited data, 30+ channels of live TV, and your choice of things like HBO or Amazon Music. More for your thing. That's our thing. Visit att.com.
Eddie Jimenez is the son of immigrants who fought for a better life for their family. Through their example, Eddie learned to fight for others. When the strongest hurricane of the century made landfall, Eddie took to the air, rescuing 42 people and earning a medal for his heroism. Eddie flew with a fighting spirit that can't be pinned to the ground. Since 1925, we've proved that it doesn't matter where you come from, it matters what you're made of. Modelo, brewed with a fighting spirit.
It's been the Kevin Knox Show here at Cox Pavilion in Vegas. From deep inside to the rack with the athleticism. And Mitchell Robinson, a lot of questions about him, hadn't played. Who was he? Well, now I think fans are finding out. Knicks fans are seeing the athleticism of Mitchell Robinson in this game.
It has been on display, both those guys. And Ntilikina has been impressive as well. So that young core, the future, if you will, the Knicks looking bright with that trio.
Nice rebound, finds Trier with the jumper. It's no good. Good look, though. Knicks again had taken the lead. Jazz have made a run here to go 4.
A good look, no problem with it, but you had Knox cross court wide open for a 3. If Trier could have located him.
Lyles to the corner. Shot clock down to 5. Trying to run some clock, don't want to run too much, and steps out of bounds.
That is not necessarily the Jazz way right there. A little bit of an and-one possession. Offense got a little stagnant and just put him in a bad way. You see those, the age, where they were drafted, and then also we just talked about the production we've seen from those two here tonight.
By the way, nice transition from Kentucky because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander will be the star of our next game in terms of to put eyes on, get a sense of what he can do. Trier with the turnaround, can't find anybody. Now Dotson. And there's a blocking call.
Good call there on that one. Dotson At least they avoided Jody in that time. I don't want to see him hit my girl no more over there. That's dangerous. That's living dangerous. You wouldn't think being a camera person inside is dangerous, but
It's not
it
right.
has been tonight.
Guys got to be under control, GA, going to the basket. Out of control running into my girl like that.
I thought you were supposed to be over there giving us some security.
Every now and then I'm hopping in there, but
okay.
I got distracted last play.
My bad.
Somewhere, guys like Shane Battier are watching, admiring the way Jillian takes a charge.
All right, well, we are in a one-possession game. You see Damian Dotson, who terrific collegiate career at Houston. And let's see, offensively, if you're the Jazz, if they can get back to that terrific execution we saw in the first half, and if you're the Knicks, continue to be physical at the point of attack.
Jarius Lyles looking Niang off him, but just to the right place. Kendrick Ray, 10 on the shot clock. Keelan Martin hands it off to Lyles. Lyles, oh boy. Turns back on Troy Williams, but can't put it home. Niang, effort.
But they don't have to foul, and that's, I was just about to say, remember, we're using the international rules here, so the shot clock only goes back to 14. Kevin Knox, that's an example where just not sure of that, thinking they're getting a full 24, commits the foul.
Out of bounds to Utah.
And give kudos to the effort there of Niang, who is, to your point, has had a good game.
He's been terrific.
That was an effort play on a loose ball that got that possession.
Yeah, he has definitely been one of the best players on the floor here today.
So they gave the foul to give, so we'll take it from the side. Nitro Long will inbound the ball.
And still, you don't have to foul here if you're the Knicks, and you're going to have 14 seconds. If you can get the stop and then finish it with your defense.
Not sure about that foul. We'll take another look at it. Niang draws it.
So credit Niang there, just taking advantage of the inexperience from Knox. The pump fake there, and you're right, wasn't a lot of contact, but enough to get the attention of the official there, and Niang knows he got one there.
His first attempt at the line. Jazz are 7 of 10 from the free throw line. Here's the big one coming up to try and extend it to a two-possession game. Frank Ntilikina returns. Niang is 19 for Utah. Make it 20. Two-possession game. Knox to inbounds. Here's Frank Ntilikina with 20 to go. Gotta push and does. Handoff to Knox. Falls down Niang. Knox from deep. It's in and out. Rebound to Keelan Martin, who eventually is fouled. Assuming free throws are good, that'll do it, but an opportunity there for Knox. Niang fell down. He had a chance.
Yeah, he did. Just a little bit short on that, but got a good look. And although they didn't need a three, you know, that was probably as good a look as you're going to get there on that possession.
Keelan Martin out of Butler. Chance to extend the lead, and he does. Makes it 5. Fans starting to file out, the Knicks fans that came into the building.
They're not going to hang around and watch the next
game?
game?
The Fire Hazards 3D that you mentioned recently can be lifted now in the building.
I guess they head to the after party.
Knicks are on their way out. Troy Williams. Pass Niang to the bucket. No good, no foul. Lyles the rebound, and that will do it.
Your final score in a hard
The Utah Jazz 90, the New York Knicks 85. George Niang with 20, excuse me. Knox with 19 in a losing effort for the Knicks. We come back, we'll have more. Put a cap on this one. Get you ready for more action from Cox.